Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Hey, today we are back in the province of North Brabant, and as you can tell, the rain has stopped. The skies have cleared, and we are good to go with harvesting our potato fields. Yeah, they have gotten to the point where we can top them and dig them up. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be using a rental mod from BM Modding to rent our machinery, and this guy is going to be our tipper. He's going to be unloading, and I'm going to automate that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to record a course in Courseplay, and I'm dropping the trailer because I am going to be backing into our tipping point, so I need to go ahead and make sure that the trailer is not connected. We're going to be using combine mode for this, so might as well go ahead and select that, and we're going to record a course back to our tipping point. So we'll just drive on around here, and we're using the bigger tractor today versus our little John Deere because the trailer fully loaded will throw that 6810 all over the place. It's just not built for being a tipper. Alright, so we're gonna pull in here and pull forward just a little bit. I'm gonna flip this into reverse and back into our area where we need to tip. That should be good right there. Switch out, and then we will drive on. And make our way back into the field. And we'll get this guy set up for doing the tipping now. We'll have to come back and adjust him in just a minute and set him completely up for it. But I just want to go ahead and get the route recorded. I haven't rented the machinery, so obviously I can't tell him what combine he's going to be harvesting. But now that we've got our course recorded, I'm going to save that. We're in between two fields here. Which fields are we in? 31 and 33, so we're just going to save that course as F3133. Oops, numlock needs to be turned on there. F3133, and we'll just say pots to silo. And I'll save that. And we'll organize that by putting it in our potatoes folder that I've got set up. And we'll just click here and move that into potatoes. And that lets me know that that is for that particular point. Alright. So let's jump into our rental mod now. I can go ahead and turn this around, hook everything up. So like I said, we're going to be using the rental mod from BM Modding today. It is available on the official's website, which is farming-simulator.com. And you'll find it there. It'll just have a set of keys like this and say machinery rental. And today we're going to rent the full-sized harvester. We're not going to use these guys. The reason is the this guy here is just too small. The working head on it is 2 meters, and because we are renting and everything else, it just takes forever, and I'm not going to use it. So we're going to use the full automated version. It's going to cost us $38,000, but I think that's well worth it. So we'll go ahead and rent that. And I will go ahead and tell you that we do have that's going to knock us down quite a bit in our cash, but we do have a huge thing of silage that is almost done, so we'll be getting in some cash here in the near future. And of course, Finn is working on getting some more grass for silage. Alright, so here it is. We'll jump inside of it and we'll get this guy fired up so we can get going. Okay, one little thing I'm going to point out to you guys, and I updated all my mods before we came in here because I was aware there's a little issue with the rental mod, and drive control. If you use drive control, you have to hit your enter key to start the engine up. And I'm doing that and the machinery's not starting. So don't freak out if that happens to you. You know, there's issues with it for some reason with BM modding and drive control, and not sure what's going on with them. What you have to do to actually get it to work is just go escape to the menu, come back in, and now it'll work. And fires right up. Now I did update all my mods right before I shot this video because I figured, well, maybe that'll be fixed. Maybe they've updated the mods because BM modding is aware they have an issue with drive control. But obviously they haven't fixed that. So, yeah. Now, is it an issue with BM modding or is it an issue with drive control? Not really sure. There is a brand new version of drive control out. Downloaded that, installed that. By the way, if you do that, if you update your drive control, make sure you delete your drive control config file and start all over from scratch. You don't want to have any conflicts if you update drive control. And I did download the latest version of the rental mod, which I don't know if there is a latest version or if it's just the original, but I did just download everything and put them in just in case, to make sure there wasn't a conflict, but it's still there. And it's only with the self-propelled stuff. Anything that's got to be started, you'll have an issue with. So like I said, just escape out of it and you should be okay. There's another bug with drive control, so I'm not sure if it's BM modding or drive control, but there is the issue there, and it's between the two mods. But drive control also has a multiplayer issue, in that if you hire a worker in multiplayer, hey, what are you doing there? Unfact. If you hire a worker in multiplayer, when you turn them off, you will not have control of the machinery again, and it freaks you out at first, and what you have to do is just shut off the vehicle, get back in it, and restart it, and everything will be fine. But we found that as well. Okay, come on, don't do that. I need to tab over, and now that we're here, we'll get this guy set up, and we'll get going. So I'm going to be in combine mode with this guy to dump. He's going to be tipping me, and I'm going to drive the potato harvester. So I select combine mode. I'm going to come over here, and as always, I work right to left. Activate my four-wheel drive. My settings, I don't really need to mess with. Field speed, I want to crank that up a little bit so he can come to me faster in the field. Street speed, I want to dial that down a little bit, so I'll click speed off. And I'll crank that down to 20 miles an hour. There we go. And then reversing speed's fine. Speed control, I'm going to take that from the recording, maximum speed 20 miles an hour. Alright, combine, we're going to be using the Maxtron. We're going to manually search for that. So there we go, Grim Tektron. Our offsets automatically are going to be set from the combine. Our start is at 50% full, drive on at 90, and that's it. We're good to go. We have our course loaded, so all I have to do is hit drive course, and he'll be waiting for me to fill up. So let's go ahead and get some potatoes harvested. Fire up, wrong button. Let's get this guy fired up, and we'll get going. Yeah, so getting back to the whole conflict with drive control, the other mod that I found, the first thing I found a mod issue with is I had downloaded the silage weight for using it to compress the bunkers. And I may have shown you guys that in a video. Pretty neat little thing. It actually helps you compress your silage a bit faster, and but there was an issue with it in that I couldn't turn the tractor off. Once I used it, I couldn't turn the tractor off with it connected to the tractor. If I disconnected the weight off of the back of the tractor, I didn't have any issues at all. And the tractor would shut right off with drive control. So it was an interface between the weight and drive control, which is really funny that would change it, because all it is some disc and a mounted onto the back of the tractor. It's not like it has any kind of major script with it, or maybe it does, but it sure messed everything up. BM is aware of the issue, but obviously it has not been corrected, and it's been a while since the issue was found. It's been a couple of weeks. I thought maybe it would get resolved by now. Hence the reason I downloaded everything before I started recording this, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't talk about it if the issue had been resolved. Clearly it has not been resolved. So we'll just bring that to your attention and make sure you know about it. And again, it's just a simple fix. Just escape out and you'll be fine. So, and then the multiplayer thing, like I said, if you're doing multiplayer and drive control, does have a little issue there that we've come to realize. But hopefully you're not hiring too much AI in multiplayer. And yes, I know I'm off course right here. I know this field's a little odd shape. That I was going to clean it up and never have, so I need to come in here and either plow that section out or reseed part of it. I think I'll just plow it out. There's a really great mod out, and you may have seen me use it in the in My Big Country if you watched any of those episodes. It's that AHWI. It's basically a forestry mower, and if you get it, it has a setting just like plows do. All right, this guy's here. I can keep going now. I forget what my controls are to put my pipe out. Are we unloaded? We are. What was I talking about? Oh, there's a mod out. It's like a forestry mower, and it's great for grinding stumps and doing a little clearing. It's that AHWI, and it's actually a real-world device that exists. If you Google it, you can watch a video on how one operates. But it's just a forestry mower. It allows you to grind stumps, and but you also can use it to clean up your field edges a little bit. It does have a setting just like a plow where you hit the I think it's O button. Don't hold me to that. You'll have to check that for yourself. But basically what it does is you hit the button and blah 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 blah. You hit the button and it changes from allow to create fields or field constraints, just like plowing does. If you set your plow one way, you stay within the field constraints. If you set it the other way, you can actually create, so you can take out like the middle of these two fields and create one field. So it has a setting on that, and that's really nice if you want to square your fields up. You can use that to go in and set it down deep, and you can just go ahead and massage the perimeter of your field to get it straight and nice and get your lanes right. If that's something, if you're bothered by crooked lanes that are messing with you when you're using GPS or something like that, you can fix that using that, and you'll get a lot better results than if you try to use a plow. Yeah, I'm going to try to somewhat be realistic on this, but not 100%. I'm not going to drive through the tower. What else is happening these days? Okay, so there's one more thing I want to talk about, and I'll have to show you this at a later time because today we're just going to do potato harvesting, and this is going to end up being one of those videos that just kind of goes on and on and on. But found a little glitch on this map today, and again, the map we're using is North Brabant version 1.4, the final edition, so I don't expect the developer to fix this, but it really is frustrating. I found it today. Normally on a map like this, when you have the beef and the pig mod and the chicken mod, and they go in and they put a manure bunker right next to the mod itself, or to the, the pig facility or the beef facility, normally you either A, have automatic clean out, which the manure accumulates in that said bunker, or you manually muck out the pig, beef, or pen, whatever it is. You manually muck it out with a blade. Go in, shovel out all your poo, and put it in there. But you put it in the bunker, right? The problem I ran into today with this particular map is there is no trigger on any of the manure bunkers. I have not gone over and checked out the manure pit, but why go in and put bunkers in the game and not utilize them? I mean, it makes no sense at all why you would do that. I mean, that would be like putting in a pig pen and not allowing pigs to be harvested. So that's there. If you're playing this map and you've not gotten to the point where you're looking to collect your manure, you're in for a surprise there, because you're going to have some issues. Alright, got to get this guy to move out of the way. So I'm home. Let him go drive his course so I can get in here and drive my course. And by the way, I did a video on courseplay tutorials, and I'll probably just take it down because it doesn't matter anymore, or redo it. It seems like if you use the developer's edition of courseplay, and I guess I should leave it up, but if you use the developer's edition of courseplay, they have fixed the issues with combine controls, where if you watch the video, I talked about how if you let the tractor actually stop in the field, you wouldn't have control of it anymore. That seems to be resolved. Before, if I was having him come and I was manually dumping him, if I didn't stop him in the field and before I was completely unloaded, he would never come back to me. I would not be able to get him to come dump, and that issue has been resolved and is fixed in the developer's edition, but it is not fixed in the current version that is out there publicly on mod hosters and such. Real quick, I want to jump over and watch that guy and make sure he tips properly. And he did. So our course worked. And again, if you're going to be doing any backing, the trick to it really is to not put the trailer on there, because you can get all the way back where you need to be with the trailer. If you don't, you're not going to back up far enough. And get courseplay off the screen, because hopefully I won't need it anymore. So why am I doing this manually and not doing it automated? Well, one, because we're playing this map on hard mode, and I'd rather only pay one person to work, which I could be paying dude to do this instead of dumping. But I kind of have a process for doing potatoes and sugar beets because the machinery is so big. I tend to go ahead and manually cut two, or excuse me, 4 to 5 head rows myself to establish a good perimeter for the vehicle to turn around in. And then I'll go back and I'll use course play. And what I do in course play is, even though I manually cut 5 headlands, I only set course play up for 3 headlands. And what that does is, and I've explained this before in My Big Country, it just gives me the ability for the implement to travel a little bit further out of the field before it disengages the topper and the harvester, and that way I don't miss anything and I had to go back and touch the fields up. So it's just a little way I do it to maximize, to make sure I get everything and I don't have to come back into the field. In all honesty, if I probably just set it up in course play, I probably takes me more time to do it the way I'm doing it than if I just set it up in course play and went back and cleaned the fields up. But it's, you know, it's also good to get out here and do it every once in a while. So, yeah. So we need to go around this tower here as best we can. And the Dude's Far has run right up my butt. Let him unload real quick. So yeah, the manure trigger thing, that sort of aggravated me today when I found that. As much time as I've put into this map and to find that error. Oh, I drove through the tower even though I was trying not to. Yeah, as much time as I put into this map to get to that point to find that issue is really frustrating. Because now I have to figure out a solution for manure. You know, otherwise you're going to have this big thing of manure accumulating inside your pig pen or inside your beef pen. You got to get it out somehow, and I would rather use the storage bin, not have to drive over and dump it into that manure pit over there, which I don't even know what that is and not even used it before. I'll have to take a look at it in my test realm to see what it's all about and to see how it's utilized. Not that I use manure as a fertilizer very often. Usually I just keep my manure and I use it for my greenhouses. So it's not that big of an issue, but it is an issue nonetheless. So if you've never done potatoes in game, settle in for a nice long session, several sessions. It is a long process, especially if you plant a big field like this. And as you know, I planted 3 big fields. So yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of potato harvesting for me to do. and not all of it will be on camera, because obviously that would just be a week's worth of videos, honestly, unless I did it all as one giant 5-hour video. And I don't think you want to sit through that, because I try to keep the videos 30-40 minutes, because I don't think most people watch past about 15-20. But those of you who do, appreciate it, and I'm glad you enjoy the footage. But I think a lot of people just dive in, take a look at some stuff, and then move on. Really, I think the only mods, the videos that people really watch for any duration, are the ones where I do mod stuff. And I get that, because you want to learn about the mods and then go play the game, and stuff like this you probably are already doing yourself. If not, but nonetheless, if you enjoy it and you like it, I'm glad, and I'm glad to have you watching. And any kind of insight I can pass along, I try to. Try not to have this all be about dead space and not talking to you, and try to at least have something interesting to say when I'm doing this. So hope you guys enjoyed the multiplayer videos. That was one session that we did on a Friday night, and we played for about 3.5-4 hours. About an hour or so into it, we decided to record, and ended up with the video. So it was kind of cool. I don't know what's up with my tractor over there. That he hasn't come to me. I'm at 60%. I would think he would be on over here. What I will probably do is, as soon as I get, because it costs me the same to hire him no matter what vehicle he's on, once I get my perimeter cut and I'm able just to go back and forth with these harvest lines, I will probably automate this vehicle, and then I'll jump into another vehicle, do some dumping as well as do some other work, because there's going to be some work to do in the BGA, where we can go work on that and get some money back into the coffers, because we are going to lose quite a bit with this harvest, just in the rental, and then here he comes, in the rental and the hiring work, wages paid out to the workers, because the wages that you pay in hard mode are ridiculous. We've discussed that before. We're trying to keep most of this in cab, because I know some folks really enjoy that, and I actually got some mail from some folks who commented on doing the in-cab stuff when we were doing the multiplayer, and they really seemed to like that. And so yeah, I'll try to do more and more. I don't really love it that much, but if you guys like it, then that's cool. Because I can do a lot of driving third person by myself that when you guys aren't watching. And for the time that I have your attention, I can go ahead and drive first person. And just popped into my head something I was going to address. I've been asked if I wanted to do some Twitch streaming, And I haven't really looked into Twitch that much. You gotta keep in mind, I just started this channel up, and am doing the videos and love doing the videos. One, because I like to game and I like to share the gaming, but at the same point, I like to do the video aspect of it. The old the artwork for the videos, the thumbnails, putting the video together, editing it, and then rendering it out. I actually enjoy that, and so it gives me a reason to do that. But as far as Twitch goes, I haven't really have a desire to do any kind of live streaming. It might be something I approach down the road, and one of the biggest issues is my schedule in my personal life won't always give me the ability to game on a consistent basis. There are days when I get up and go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't come home until 8 at night. And then I might not even feel like gaming that night. If I do, I'll try to get, when I can record, I'll record and get all that processed and uploaded. But there'll be nights when I just don't feel like doing anything, so I try to keep a couple of videos recorded for in case that scenario happens where I don't have the ability. I'm not really getting into my busy season at work until the next couple of weeks. So when I really start working, once the summer gets here and I really start working, I work 7 days a week. And the only times I have off is when the weather is inclement. So when it does rain, I do get the opportunity to come home and spend a little bit more time focusing on things around the house. That'll give me a time to, rainy days, it'll give me a chance to catch up on my video production and get some gaming footage stocked up to put up. And that's another reason why I'll probably keep the videos to about 30 minutes in the near future, is because if I'm working, I won't have as long to come home and record. But the other reason why I haven't really addressed Twitch, and if I do, it'll be at the end of the summer when I do it. My internet connection is absolutely horrible where I live. There are days when I don't get 2 meg down, and maybe 0.2 meg uploading. It can take me as much as 6 to 8 hours to upload a video, just because my internet connection is so horrible where I'm at. I'm hoping to rectify that soon. It's going to cost me a bit of money to do it, but it's probably something that I'll end up doing, because I would like to get to the point where I'm putting 2-3 videos a day up. One farm sim video, maybe one the hunter, and then maybe one is a mod review or something else like that. I mean, honestly, I would love to put up a let's play every day, as well as a mod showcase every day. I think that would be ultimately awesome, to be able to do a mod showcase and some gameplay every day. And the Dude's Far is right behind me. I just ran into it because he's an idiot. And I had mirrors turned off in this, so I couldn't see him back there. I scale my video down when I record, so I can get better frames per second and better performance. So that's the reason I don't have mirrors in game. It would be nice to have them. I'd have to update my video card in order to do that, which is possible. I might build a whole new rig soon to play games on. I really haven't had the desire to, or the need to, because my computer handles all the games just fine. Getting into this aspect of it, of recording videos, has been a whole new thing for me, a whole new learning experience. And and realizing that this computer could stand to be tweaked a little bit. So that might be in the future as well. I might upgrade that so we can run an Ultra and record at the same time. Because then we could do even more with it. You showcase the mirrors and things like that. It's on my wish list. But yeah, as soon as I get back to work, things will be a little bit different. I'll have some crazy disposable income, and an upgraded computer might be on the horizon. But I haven't worked since October on a regular basis. My job is relatively seasonal, and really once end of October, 1st November hits, I'm pretty much doing my own thing for a while, and then or going off and doing some freelance work for some folks, and then come home and spring break. Mine's a tourist industry I work in, so spring break is the beginning of some moderate work, and then once school lets out and everybody starts taking their vacations, then I go back to work full time, and like I said, I work 7 days a week. So the monies that I make during the summer, I put away and save, and make sure that I have plenty of cash available to get me through the winter, and pay all my bills and everything else like that. And then I have some stuff I do during the winter as well for income, but I don't work nearly as hard during the winter as I do during the summer. But during the summer, like I said, the only days I get off is when it rains. Alright. So we've probably been running about 30 minutes on this video, probably a little bit longer. We're probably up around the 45-minute mark. So I'll be wrapping this up here just shortly, and we'll come back next edition. Who knows what we'll be doing. I do have a mod review planned. I got a couple of mod reviews we're going to do this week, and so I do have a mod review planned for this week, as well as we'll probably stick with this map. I've been messing around with with My Big Country, getting it into shape, and probably need to record some videos on it, but I haven't even planted anything in a while on it, just because I've been more focused on this map and doing it. But we have done 3 or 4 episodes on this map in a row. Actually, we've done 5 or 6 in a row, so it's probably time to get back to My Big Country. Come on, dude, get out of the way. See, this is what I hate about manual driving on this. There's supposed to be a button in course play to allow me to tell him to that I'm doing my turning maneuver and that he needs to get out of my way, but he's not doing it. All I have now is the option just to send him on the way. If I could tell him I'm doing my turning maneuver, get out of the way, he would peel off and go somewhere else and not sit there on my side. Of course, if I was harvesting the correct direction, I wouldn't have that issue either. So I probably ought to turn. I'm just about to the point though where I could let course play take over on this field. Spin around, and because I always forget the potato harvester is the only one in the game with the pipe on the right hand side. The sweet beet harvester or sugar beet harvester is on the left, and everything else is on the left, but the potato harvester is on the right, which is annoying. And I even noted that mentally earlier that I needed to, after my first pass, switch around. But I got to yakking and didn't even think about it. And, oh well, is what it is, right? Get that off screen. So I'm going to continue to bore myself to tears doing potato harvesting here, and wrap this video up for today. I'm just kidding about the bore to tears, but it is it's a long process to harvest these potatoes. So you've got to be crazy to plant 3 giant fields like I did, but in the end it will pay off for us because we won't have to do potatoes again for quite some time. I probably will never do potatoes on this map ever again because I will have plenty for my livestock, and the longevity of this map is in question. So because there are new maps coming out every day, and there's some good looking maps out there. And there's some that I would really like to play, but it's, you know, where is the balance at? There's some that I would like to play for personal gameplay, but at the same time I don't have enough hours in the day to play stuff I enjoy and stuff I'm recording on. So we'll probably stick with this one a little bit longer, and then it might go into can. But it's one of those where I want to continue to play it because we are on hard mode. And you know, making sure that we beat the game in hard mode is one of those things you want to do. And not a whole lot of people do their videos, I've noticed, let's play videos. There's not a whole lot of them that do it from start in hard mode and stick to it and don't add money into the game or anything else like that. The machinery rental is sort of a new aspect to it that sort of makes it easy. It makes it a lot easier for you to beat hard mode, but still there's not that many people out there playing in hard mode and doing videos, and that's one of the reasons why I do want to stick with this particular map and continue to play it on out. I'm shocked that we're up to 23 episodes on North Brabant, but you know, most people wrap it up after about 20-30 episodes, I notice. But we'll stick with it and continue to do it because, you know, I want to play hard mode out. If I get to the point where I've got all the machinery I need and we've got about $1 million, $2 million in the bank, at that point I pretty much call it quits on this one, and we'll move on to something else a little bit more challenging. My next map, though, that I do on Let's Play, we're going to change some of the rules for the way we play the game. I'm gonna set it up to where even if I use cultivators with plows and chisels on it, we're gonna set up to where every field has to be plowed before it's cultivated, and play it that way, which adds a little bit more realism to it. Now again, there's a set of discs that I picked up I haven't played with yet. I'm going to. If it works the way I think it is, it does qualify as a plow because it has a set of chisels in the front that bust up the ground, and then you've got your discs that break the dirt down, and then a cultivator on the back that basically smooths out your ground. Those do exist in real life. So it's something that I'll use and play with. But, you know, also sometimes you gotta plow. And we might start doing some more plowing. It's one thing I haven't really done in the game or on video, is do any plowing. I do it some on the maps. Theoretically, you would do it if you had a really rooty vegetable. You would do it. There are some people that do no-till planting. I'm not one of them in real life. I will plant my fields, I will go through, I will plow them, and I will let them sit plowed for a month, just to do what is called moisture bank, where if you have a time when there's a lot of moisture in the air, or you're going to get some rain. You plow and then let the field sit there and soak in all the water before you come back and cultivate, because you leave all those big ruts in there, right? Big old plow trenches. They soak up all the water that seeps into the ground, and you've got a good moist soil to go back and plant into. So I'll moisture bank, and then I'll come back, disc, and cultivate my field, and then I'll do my actual seeding and get that done. So I tend to do a lot of plowing on my own personal farm. So probably I'll do more of it in game. But anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, and we'll get back tomorrow with more of this. Appreciate you guys watching as always. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody subscribing. We're climbing up towards that 200 mark, which still is unreal to me. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. You just don't know what it means every day to get that little email that tells me another person has subscribed to the channel. It just it validates the time and the effort that you put into it, because you know, for a 30-minute video, you're looking at about 4 hours of your day wrapped up in just the getting set to record, recording, processing, getting the video together, rendering it down, and then getting it uploaded, and doing all the and making some graphics for the upload, and then just the back end side of that, getting all the tags and the text and everything else like that. It's consumes quite a bit of your day to put up a video. So when you see that people are subscribing and enjoying it, it just makes it that much easier to go through and do it, and put a little bit extra effort into it. So I'm glad you guys are liking it, and thank you so much for the subs. Until tomorrow, as always, stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you then with another video. Until then, bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.